Most of us work hard towards a goal or something that we think will make us happy forever. It could be anything: a house, a relationship, a job, a car, or even a physique. And when we finally get it, we think it will stay with us forever. We take it for granted and we're never prepared to lose it. But one day, when it's taken away from us, we might be traumatized and blame whoever we can. If you're least prepared for a change, this book, Who Moved My Cheese, will offer some amazing lessons to help you adapt to change like never before. This tiny parable by Spencer Johnson revolves around four characters in a maze chasing cheese. The four characters are two mice and two little people. The little people represent us, humans, the maze represents life, and the cheese represents the thing we are chasing. Every day, the four characters wake up, put on their running suits, and race through the complex maze for their kind of cheese. Some parts of the maze are dark, some cheese sections are empty when they enter. The two mice, Sniff and Scurry, have simple brains and a straightforward thought process. They use the trial and error method. If they stumble or don't find cheese, they don't overthink. They quickly move on and continue their pursuit. Ho and Hem, on the other hand, have only one thing in common with Sniff and Scurry. They wake up in the morning, put on their running suit and shoes, and go out into the maze to find their cheese. They have complex brains and thought processes like us. They complicate even the smallest situation with fear and overthinking. They're after a special kind of cheese with capital C, believing that will make them happy forever, allowing them to rest peacefully for the rest of their lives. Eventually, both Sniff and Scurry and Ho and Hem find their own kind of cheese in a massive cheese station C. Seeing the abundance of cheese, Ho and Hem become so happy and excited that they move their homes near the cheese station. They start socializing and partying there, assuming there will never be a shortage. They wake up later, dress slower, and go to the cheese station at a relaxed pace. Slowly, their confidence turns into arrogance, blinding them to what's happening at the cheese station. Meanwhile, Sniff and Scurry keep going to the cheese station early every day, nibbling on the cheese and noticing the quantity is reducing each day. One day, when Sniff and Scurry arrived, the cheese station was empty. Since they had anticipated the change, they do not overthink it. They quickly move on and start searching for new cheese in other areas. Ho and Hem, who arrive a little late, are devastated to find the cheese station empty. Hem starts yelling, "Who moved my cheese?" They blame each other and wait for someone to put the cheese back. They return home in the evening and head back to the station in the morning, hoping for a miracle. This continues until one day Ho realizes that things change in life, and if we don't adapt quickly, we will go extinct. He tries to convince Hem to join him in searching for new cheese, but Hem resists, reminding Ho about the risk and possible failures. Ho decides to leave the cheese station C while Hem stays behind, hoping for a change. Ho races through the maze, facing difficulties on the way, but refuses to give up. He envisions himself finding the cheese and learns important lessons during his tough journey. Eventually, Ho finds his new cheese in a new cheese station. There, he meets Sniff and Scurry, who appreciate his effort. But this time, Ho is prepared and anticipates future changes. Here are the 7 lessons Ho learned during his adventure of reinventing himself. The first lesson Ho wrote was, they keep moving the cheese, which meant change happens. Like we said in the parable, we get so comfortable with some things in our lives. Whether it's a job, relationship, or a routine, we assume it will stay with us forever. But life doesn't work that way. Things change constantly, and it could be in any area of your life. The key is to understand that change will happen, whether you're ready for it or not. So rather than resisting, it's best to accept it. The second lesson is get ready for the cheese to move, which means anticipate change. It's not just accepting change, it's expecting it. If you're constantly waiting for the change to hit you, you're already behind. It's better to be proactive and prepare for it, whether it's your next job, your business, or even in your personal life. Anticipate what might happen next. The third lesson is smell the cheese quite often, so you know when it's getting old, which means monitor change. Most of the time, change does not happen suddenly. It happens gradually. If you keep a track of what is happening around you, you can spot the signs early on. If you're aware of what is going on, whether in your business, your job, or your relationship, you will see when things are starting to shift. For instance, if you are in sales and you notice a drop in your customer interest, it might be a signal that you need to change how you're approaching things before it becomes a bigger problem. Always pay attention to those little signs. The fourth lesson Ho wrote on the wall was, the quicker you let go of old cheese, the sooner you can enjoy the new cheese. Which means adapt to change quickly. This lesson is about realizing what no longer works for you. Imagine you're holding on to an old job or a habit that's clearly not helping you anymore. The longer you stay attached to what is outdated, the longer it will take you to discover something better. Change might feel a little uncomfortable at first, but the quicker you let go of what's holding you back, the faster you can open yourself up to fresh, exciting opportunities. The fifth lesson: move with the cheese, which means change. When change happens, do not try to resist it. If you resist it, all you're doing is making it harder for yourself. Life moves forward, and so should you. The best approach is to adapt and move with it. If you resist, it only brings frustration and stress. Instead, try to stay flexible and open to new opportunities. When change happens, take the chance to learn something new. Improve yourself and take advantage of the situation. Lesson number 6: savor the adventure and enjoy the taste of new cheese, which means enjoy the change. Change isn't something to dread. It can be exciting. Think about how you would feel when you try something new, whether it's moving to a new city, learning a new skill, or starting a new hobby. Sure, it can be tough in the beginning, but once you embrace it, you'll realize that the adventure can be pretty rewarding. When things change, enjoy the journey. It is not just about getting to the destination, but about growing and learning along the way. Life does not have to be boring. Change brings fresh excitement. The last lesson Ho wrote was, be ready to change again and again. They keep moving the cheese. This is a reminder that change is never a one-time thing. It keeps happening again and again. Just when you think that you've figured everything out, another shift happens. The key is to keep learning and adapting. If you've watched till here, I believe that you have a new perspective on change. Thank you for watching, and if you think that my videos are adding value to your life, please consider subscribing and hit the bell button so that you're notified when I post my next video. See you next time.